Let's turn our Bibles to Proverbs chapter 12, verse 18. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 18. There is one who speaks like the piercings of a sword, but the tongue of the wise promotes health. We should think before we speak. We shouldn't just go and blabber words out. Now let's turn to Proverbs 17, verses 20. 17, verses 20. He who has a deceitful heart finds no good, and he who has a preserved tongue falls into evil. Now let's turn into James chapter 3, verses 5 and 6. That's where we're going to spend most of our time that we have available. James chapter 3, verses 5 and 6. Even so, the tongue is a little member and boasts great things. See how a forest set a little fire kindles. No man can tame the tongue. It's an unruly evil, full of deadly poison. Let's look at James chapter 8. But no man can tame the tongue. It's an unruly evil, full of deadly poison. The tongue can destroy friendships, families, churches, etc. if we're not careful what we speak. A small fire can easily cause great destruction. We all heard of a great Chicago fire and burning of ancient Rome. Great destruction, loss of lives. Now we're going to end up in our first point. The tongue is a little member and boasts great things. The tongue can be like a fire if it boasts about people. The tongue is small, but it can cause lots of destruction. The tongue is like a fire, it can cause people astray. I had a friend who attended our congregation once. About 2 years ago, she ended up in the Baptist church, and since that time, I've been trying to restore her, but nothing works. We need to be careful what we say because we might cause people to astray. Now we're going to end up in our second point. The tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. The tongue is a fire if we can't control it. It can be set on fire by hell itself, utterly corrupting and destroying its owner. Like I said, we need to be careful what we say to people, what we say about others. Otherwise, we'll have this problem. It can be like a spark, which, though small, can destroy a great forest. Some of you might remember the Great Smoky Mountains fire that happened in November 2016. You know, like how fires started, like you'll play with a match or lightning. You know, we need to be careful what we say. In our conclusion, let's read James chapter 3, verse 10. Out of the same mouth proceed blessing and cursing. My brethren, these things ought not to be so. We need to be careful what we say, and I'm going to leave with you to think about this. The path they should follow, James chapter 3, verse 13, in order to control the tongue, the owner should always allow God's wisdom. The path it should flee, James chapter 3, verse 14 and 16. The owner should never allow his or her tongue to be influenced by Satan. I appreciate your time and your attention to all these young men who has preached these sermons, and I appreciate the teachers who has set their time to teach these young men. God bless you, and I thank you for all your good work.